Hi guys. I am actually going to do a step-by-step, well, I don't know if it's a tutorial because it's a very basic card. I'm going to do a St. Patrick's Day card and we will see how it turns out. I'm a little bit prepared, but this is one of my few. I did a tutorial on one of my other cards that I sold in my shop a while back. But I'm going to make a card and then I'm going to list it on my Etsy shop, which is AbunchofScrap. And let's get started. I typically do not buy my cards pre-made, but this set is, and it is, I believe, sorry about the noise. I'm getting this stuff. I got it from Joann's, the paper company, and they come in 8-pack with the envelopes, and I just wanted to make it easy. It's 4.75 by 6.5. I believe that is the size for an A2 card, but no, I'm sorry, it's an A6 card. So, I was mistaken. Obviously, I make odd-shaped cards. Usually use my Cricut, and usually I don't work on this surface. It's the same table, but I work down there. Alright, let's try to avoid all the ums. Alright, this card's going to open this way instead of the traditional way. That when you open it like that, we're going to have it long ways. Obviously, it's going to be a St. Patrick's Day card, and so we're going to use some green cardstock. I'm going for more of the winter green, hunter green, whatever you want to call it. Because this card measures the 4.75, I cut it down to give an edge, and so I'm going to say take a quarter off, because this is about a quarter to 1/6 of an inch, or I'm sorry, 1/16 of an inch around for a border placement. It's not exact, this piece of green paper, because whenever I make anything, I'm too lazy to actually measure it out step by step. I eyeball it, pencil it, erase the pencil marks. To do that, I used this Spellbinders die, and I used the largest one, the second to the largest, and then the third to the largest one. So I cut it because the background's going to be the solid green. Obviously the largest one's going to be white, and then green, and then white on top of that. It's all my cards, or my style I should say, is very simple in terms of that's just what I prefer. I like to watch the shabby chic things and the eclectic and collages, and I know it's really in to have all that stuff, but I'm basically very simple, simplistic kind of person in terms of card making, layouts, design, very minimal. It makes a statement and it gives a purpose. So your eyes aren't all jumbled. Maybe it's because I'm all crazy like. I just took some scraps because obviously, like my shop name is, it's AbunchofScrap. I save scraps only about this size. Usually nothing smaller than this. But so I make sure that any remnants of anything I cut through, I just took a piece of this, which I'm going to assume, like I said, I didn't measure it, but this looks approximately about an inch. And I made sure that it was as wide as the green base, because that's what we're going to do, not the white base of the card. And I couldn't figure out, which I'm actually creating this. I didn't pre-make one, so I'm actually creating this right now. I have like a picture in my head of what the card's going to be, but so we're gonna see how the end result ends up being. I set this down. This is what I work with whenever I stamp or glue anything, because it's usually the back of like big stack papers, you know, the reinforcement. They're usually 12 by 12, and they absorb a lot, and they're scraps, so I just reuse them, and I don't have to clean them either because I know I can just get rid of them if I need to. So sorry, it's sort of like ghetto. There's a big cutout here, a bunch of stamp images, but that's what I work with, so I don't get my tabletop all dirty. Anywho, this video is going to be longer than it's supposed to be. I got this, if you watch my hauls, I just got this from, oh, I forget the shop name, but the Archival ink. It really actually, because I tested it out, it's not this color. It is, it's a darker color, you'll see it in a minute. And I chose this Michael stamp, Happy St. Patrick's Day, with the clover, 4-leaf clover, and I'm not quite sure. I wanted, with the white strip here, to put another strip, so I cut another strip, and I could have used scraps, but I sort of wanted, if you wanted to recreate it, I sort of wanted you guys to be able to have that opportunity, so I didn't get my old stash of scraps. Typically I would have, because this is just a 12 by 12. It could have been an edging from something. Like I said, I keep them all. So, and I actually sliced this off a piece of paper and started getting anxiety attack, but for the purpose of this video I did it, and I got over it very quickly. I know you guys probably think I'm weird. Because I'm weird. I got it out of the stack 7. I've got probably, I'm not exaggerating, 10 stacks of these, because all I needed really out of the stack was the polka dot paper, which only comes, there's only 3 patterns in all this, and I can't find, if anyone knows where I can get small rainbow polka dots, like, they have to be small, not the huge polka dots, but rainbow colored polka dots on white background, 12 by 12 pieces of paper, where I can buy bulk of it. Well, it doesn't have to be bulk, but more than a couple sheets like this in a stack, for, a reasonable price, nothing like outrageous. I would love you to comment below and tell me where I could find it so I can purchase it, because they no longer, they came out with stack 8. So whenever you go to Joann's or Michael's, I don't know if Michael's carries this, Joann's is where I get this, but the last time I was at Joann's, they had this out in their clearance aisle. And so anyhow, I did this, I'm going to paper piece a few of this, so I stamped the stamp in this green onto this scrap piece of paper. Oops, glare. And it's fairly light, but it's the same color family. It's a little bit lighter than this green. I wish it was a little bit darker. I had bought 3 different colors of green, but this darker green, I just don't, it's too dark. And it's more on the bluish side. I don't know. It dried out. It looks almost like if it dried better, but anyhow, never mind. This is what I stamped it on the scrap piece of paper for, because I'm going to cut this out, color it, cut this out, and pop it off the page, but still have this stamped below it. Alright, so I'm going to use this color marker, and I don't really know. I got a whole like set of markers with all the colors, and I'm supposed to, it's from Sugarloaf, and they're acid free. I believe it's water based, but I'm actually getting the new water based set from, I'm sorry, I'm coloring and I can't talk while I color, I guess. I have to learn how to do that. I'm getting it from Tim Holtz Distress markers, and they're back ordered until the middle of March. But I watched a YouTube video. I knew that they were out, but I wasn't really thinking about, oh, I have to have it because it's new and it's out. Well, I watched a YouTube about, and he did a demo, and it just sold me. Like, that's why I know to save up for the scrapbooking expo when it comes here, because I totally watch the demos and get hooked, and I spend the whole day. And I found that the last couple times that I've gone, I like to go by myself, because I know that some people don't enjoy standing there watching people demo things that they might not really like. Alright, so I just colored those clovers, so I'm going to take it and cut it out. It's so small and detailed, and it's sort of tedious work, but it's not anything too bad. It's not a million of them, at least. I think I'm going to stop right here and move the camera angle.